We're going to go on to Podluck, and we are going to talk about this. This is Khloe Kardashian photoshops True into Disneyland pics. I remember seeing something the other day where they were talking about how they thought there was something photoshopped, and I looked at this picture and I'm like, holy crap, that is very photoshopped. But it's not bad. It's not bad.
I wouldn't have caught it
if I was just
at first
peeking,
glance.
It looks off, but like,
it could just be bad lighting.
Distortion.
Like, it's not something you whip up on your phone. Somebody had to do this on a computer. So if you're listening to the show, listeners, it's a picture of True with, which is the...
She's Chloe's daughter.
No, I'm saying the other...
The other one is one of Kim's daughters.
Okay, so they're at Disney World in like one of the the rides.
Yeah, like I think it's the teacups or something.
And so clearly there was only one child in the teacup, and then Chloe's like, you know what? This needs to be a family affair. Well, the other one's not here, but since we have money and time, we're going to Photoshop our child into this picture.
Can you imagine them growing up and finding this in a scrapbook somewhere and they'd be none the wiser?
Did she give an explanation? So, like,
They're rewriting history.
A bunch of Kardashians went out to, like, I feel like it's the opposite of what celebrities do, right? Kardashians take their kids to go to Disney World, normal family affair, good times. And for whatever reason, Khloe doesn't bring her daughter. And I feel like most celebrities are like, hide our kids from the media. We don't want you to know that they were there. Instead, she's like, let me pretend like my kid was there.
They'll insert them only if they can do it in the perfectly manicured way that they desire.
Yeah, well, that was what I thought when they were like, she photoshopped her daughter. I thought it was like her daughter didn't look quite right, so she photoshopped her.
No,
but like her daughter actually...
Kim has done that.
Yeah, we have
but
this
like,
one
in this
here.
case, her daughter wasn't there at all, right? She literally photoshopped her into a family event. Did she give an explanation as to like was her kid with her dad or something?
Khloe Kardashian was forced to admit Tuesday that she did, in fact, Photoshop her daughter into old Disneyland pictures after accidentally shared that True's first time going to the park was this week in honor of her 4th birthday. Well, I effed this one up. Anyways, let's focus on something else. See those Kardashians? They're brilliant at shifting the narrative. They shift the narrative so well. She tweeted, before plugging your family's new Hulu show, so she went straight from like, yes, I weirdly photoshopped my kid into this photo at Disney World to watch our new show.
They're so media trained.
Also, like, I feel like that, like, maybe she messed it up on sorry, I get really conspiratorial when it gets to their PR stuff.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
are they testing the waters
admitted
for
it on
what's
purpose
possible?
so that people would be like, oh yeah, that old scandal. I am curious about why the Kardashians do the things they do. I will watch their Hulu show.
Yeah.
Like, maybe this was her way of promoting it.
Yeah, and like maybe they have a scrapbook at home of all the times they fooled us mortals with these stories.
They like start a scandal 6 months ago, and then they're like, okay, about 3 weeks before our Hulu show premieres, we need you to admit that was wrong or revive it in some way so more people are talking about us.
There's like it's the Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme with the board with all
That's literally me and the Kardashians' PR moves.
Yep.
Like,
connecting
what is a
bits of
mistake
yarn.
and what is on purpose.
We need to have Alex Jones do a deep dive into the Kardashians. That would be incredible. So it says the great mystery of True Thompson at Disney World at Disneyland. I always get which one is Disneyland and which one is Disney World.
Land is in California, World's in Florida.
Okay, I'm never gonna remember that, but thank you. In January, when a TikToker went viral for claiming that the Kardashians has edited True into a photo with Kim's daughter, Chicago. In the now iconic photos, Shy is looking blurry while True looks hilariously clear and posed in a way that would only appear in a stock image for a picture frame.
The shadow they put behind her is just so stark.
Yes, and she is like really, really clear, like she's been taken.
And it's like multiple of them.
Can you imagine how confused she would be if like
Oh
her
my God,
parents just told her put on these ears and then hold this thing?
The
and
second
then,
one's worse.
Like, it's not even one photo. She was like, okay, I'm just going to put her in a bunch of photos.
Yeah.
Like, why? What was the point of this? Did she say?
Such odd behavior.
No. People are commenting, like, what was the reason?
But is there
Go again if you want pictures.
It's not like they have to like worry about like we can't afford another trip to Disneyland this year. That's too expensive.
It's okay, Khloe. We already knew. We just want to know why. Love you, Coco. The fan account at Kardashian Social Road.
God, celebrity worship is weird.
I just want her to know. But I too want to know why she did this.
I mean, for most people, taking pictures of your kids at different places is for immortalizing your memories
for
with
yourself.
them. But this just seems like it's entirely social media.
Like, did they actually take what's the one that was a secret? Kylie Jenner's baby,
Yeah.
Stormy. Maybe they took her and they were like, we'll just put True over her so we can keep covering up Stormy's identity.
Between this
But then
and,
it's like a hierarchy of who can be exposed and who can't
Yeah.
of children, which is weird.
between this and the one kid not even having a name yet, even after naming it Wolf and then taking the name Wolf
Yeah,
back.
they still haven't cleared up that mystery. I swear they're doing this so you watch their show. Like she
Which
was
is-
Kind of working. I kind of do want to watch
See what
it.
I am telling you. Sorry, I want to pull my mic away because I am like on the verge of screaming. The caffeine is hitting. The Kardashian PR conspiracy theory web thickens. Like I just really, 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 really think they do this on purpose. Like she announced after 2 months that she's going to rename her baby, and then she never says anything else. And then conveniently their reality TV show comes out.
Oh, by the way, we're going to release the name of our baby in episode 2 of The Kardashians.
Literally yesterday, we're like, Kim has this dramatic clip of her yelling about her kids learning about this thing. And we're like, how does she handle that? You know how we would find out how she handles dealing with her past scandals that her children are inevitably going to learn about? We're going to learn about it on their new Hulu series. Like,
Also, Kravis doing the Vegas wedding, and then the trailer had a clip of them at
Trying to have kids.
OBGYN.
Yeah.
or
Also,
something.
remember she showed me this one. Mary showed me this one about Kim accused of photoshopping daughter North to look slimmer as fans slam her for losing touch with reality. You always have to remember what word is going to be all caps and in red
They
text.
slammed her.
So it says. So this is just an old thing about her. I mean, it looks just like she added color to me. Is that thinner? I can't tell.
No, she did definitely move her stomach
Oh,
inward.
that is creepy. That is really creepy.
She's literally 5 years old.
Is really there's okay. So if we take what you say about a Kardashian PR conspiracy to its logical conclusion, is that not really disgusting that they would use their kids who are under 18 and cannot consent to this as promotion? Rather disgusting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's super weird. But that gets on to a whole other, like, it to me borders on like the family vlog channel debate. Like, so
Yeah.
kids who work in Hollywood have certain legal protections, but kids whose parents record their lives from birth and post it on YouTube
Yeah.
are not subject to any of
Those
protections.
channels are get very popular very fast too. Like those channels go huge. Also, there's this story: Kendall and Kylie go viral for not knowing the meaning of the word frugal.
That's hilarious.
I like the idea that it's
Wow, they went viral just before their reality TV show.
Funny.
The plot's thicken.
No, they're probably like, oh, we got to pretend like we don't know. Let's pretend like we, like everyone's like mad at us because we're like rich. What if we like pretend we don't know what it means to be like cheap? What is that word again?
Kendall and Kylie have been slacking on providing the drama, so
When you're so rich that you have never heard or had to use the word frugal. I mean, you could just say something other than stingy. Maybe they use stingy in their family. So it says Kendall and Kylie have gone viral once again, this time for not knowing the meaning of the word frugal. During an interview with Access Hollywood with mom Kris Jenner and their sisters Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney, the famous family was asked questions about their dynamic and held up photos of the family member who would most accurately fit specific traits. The clip, which soon went viral on TikTok, began with an interviewer asking the women, who is the most frugal of the bunch? And they're all like, none of us, because we're worth like $1 trillion. Why the hell would we be frugal? Kris and Kourtney immediately held up a photo of Kendall, while Kim initially gravitated towards a picture of Kourtney. She immediately switched her answer after the general consensus chose the supermodel. Kendall was comically seen scrambling to answer the question and looked visibly confused until she discreetly leaned over to Kourtney, where she admitted, I don't know what that means. What do you think she thought it means? That's what I want to know. I want to know what she thought frugal meant.
Well, I love the way that Kourtney then defined it for her. You care about the cost, like money.
It's like the stuff you spend to get
The
stuff.
Pooch
Like you
founder.
care that it costs money to spend it. Like when you have to think about how much you're spending.
Jenner
She's like,
and
oh, okay.
Jenner enthusiastically replied, "Oh yeah, I'm cheap." So I like that. I like that they're having their own financial awakening on Access Hollywood or whatever this was. Is Access Hollywood?
in
still a
what
thing?
way? I would love to know in what way is Kendall Jenner cheap?
That they would have.
What
to
is she cutting corners about? I would love to know.
I like the idea that like she gets she when she orders, like she gets an Uber maybe once a month, she gets an Uber rather than a driver.
She doesn't. She tries to fly on other people's private planes rather than get her own.
Yeah, like when she's going, like she only does. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're frugal. I'm sure they're frugal from time to time. I bet you, like once in a while, she wears the same clothes more than once. Like that's probably a thing. And I feel like I hate.
How many houses does she impulse buy? That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Kylie was like, yeah, what everyone else said, but I also didn't know what that meant. LOL.
Yeah, because I guess she like kind of leaned over and like watched what one of her other sisters was doing.
Was
rather
it-
To
than
be fair, I think she does have the lowest net worth of them all.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
yeah, yeah.
So
We talked about that.
It's not that she's cheap; she's just poor in their family.
yeah,
She's like,
in
I'm
their
only,
family only.
I'm only worth $50 million. I can't even lease a jet for that much. With that much.
Also, she has like a regular person job. Like she has to like
A model. Yeah.
show up at like you know what I mean.
They still
Like,
have work. It's still
Sure.
absolutely a career.
she has the equivalent of having to show up to an office while all these other girls are like, what?
My office is wherever I Photoshop my kids into. That's what they're saying. Okay. This one was we talked about Bling Ring the other day.
Yeah.
And it says
What a throwback!
which I still
to the
need to
best of
watch.
times.
yes, Beverly Hills
The
Bandit.
girl who was in the middle of that like got saved and has a podcast now.
Oh yeah, she was like big into drugs, and then she talked about her recovery. What was her name again?
I don't remember.
Don't know. Drug recovery.
But
girl.
is there another one?
No,
this is a
there
real
are-
gang.
this is-
Sorry, now I'm
yes.
reading this headline.
It says
Yeah.
how a dozen gangs are targeting cities rich and famous for their designer handbags and watches, with 221 follow home robberies in just 4 months. Like, and then I didn't pull it up, but Ben and Jennifer are like still looking for a house right now, and they're like, "Can we get away from the roving gangs of home burglars? We don't want them around." So it says at least 17 gangs are targeting Los Angeles' wealthiest and are responsible for the city's recent string of follow home robberies. In my 34 years in the LAPD, I've never seen this type of criminal behavior in such large groups coordinating to conduct attacks. This feels like a cultural uprising. They're like, you have too much, we have too little, and we're going to tell you that your property rights are bullshit and that we want to take from you. So I just thought, is this something? Do you think this is because it's Los Angeles, or do you think it's because they're rich?
It's both.
It's kind of both.
Yeah,
Like, could these people live in another state and have this not happening?
I think this is
There's such a large concentration of people with extreme, extravagant lifestyles
that
and
border on
huge
very
mansion
poor
homes.
areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other part is that like similar to San Francisco, Los Angeles has like a ton of like woke views on how to police
Yeah.
the streets, and so part
Let
of
'em off.
this is like
that's a part of it too.
yeah, like it's a perfect storm kind of thing. I like honestly, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
While we were looking into this, I saw that J-Lo and Ben Affleck are looking into buying a $165 million home in LA. And at that point, you're just asking for trouble because you're living in about like 5% of that house, maybe.
Move to Montana and you get your $165 million house, and you'll be fine.
I would be scared. Like, how do you even know that other people aren't secretly living in the house?
They don't. There's no
like
way.
beyond your knowledge. That's terrifying.
Do they have do these people
well,
have
they probably
security?
do have people like housekeepers
even
and stuff
then,
who
it's
literally
like-
Yeah,
are
live-in housekeepers and stuff. Did you see it? We covered the Wahlberg's house, and the guest house was bigger than it. Like, it was like the size of this house almost.
Yeah, but it's different because I like Mark Wahlberg. No,
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
That's exactly right.
No,
No,
I
it
mean,
is different.
I mean, it is crazy. It's different. I still want to know where Wahlberg's moving.
Even that's like
Um,
half the price of the J-Lo house.
Yeah.
so-
Also, like, what are they gonna for? What? Why are they looking at this house?
We have seen countless individuals traumatized by having a gun pointed at them and being robbed, said Tippett during the press conference, which was held to brief the Civilian Police Commission. So basically, this is like, it really is like you put, if you're in San Francisco and there's so much homelessness, in Los Angeles where there's so much homelessness, and then you border them with these houses from these elitist celebrities, this was an inevitable kind of, I don't think there was any other outcome. You know, what was it? Maxine Waters was like, go home to all the homeless people outside of like some event. It just shows you how detached people are from reality.
But then
these
she'll
days.
pass policies that don't support that sentiment.
Exactly.
I mean, like, it's only sad suddenly when they're being affected by it. But
Yep.
like any middle class home in LA that's broken into, it's like, oh, who cares? We gotta let everyone live their lives.
Yep. All right. Gilbert Gottfried verified Twitter account hacked and briefly deleted just after news broke of the comedian's death at 67. This I was talking to a friend recently about like when we were growing up and Facebook became a thing and MySpace became a thing, and if you had a friend who passed away and you wondered what happened to their accounts, right? Like that still happens now, right? Like somebody
Facebook has a feature where you can go.
You can
you
memorialize.
can
memorialize it,
become a
yeah.
memorial.
Yeah.
So his account is hacked, and just within hours, like of him dying, that's terrifying to me to think of, like how your I guess it's not your likeness, but it's like who you are. You know, something you use to represent yourself in the public is now being abused, and you are just have no way of controlling it
I'm
now.
sorry. I know it's distasteful, but I find it so hilarious that what they tweeted when they got in was "Drain Gang" #bleed.
That's
F that they say Cam Gang, and then on the bio it says @riddled on IG was here. I looked it up, and it's just a private account that has like 16,000 followers for no reason.
and it's just a hacker. I have no. It's
All it says is Canada, pain, crypto.
okay.
Like that's all it says in the
I don't
bio.
even know. I don't even know what that means.
I don't
I see
either, but
people-
like,
This is like the Wild West part of the internet.
I see people.
and I'm
put-
glad that it's still alive.
Yep. I see people put like crypto NFTs in their bio. I'm like, but what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, does that mean like you go online, you're like, those are some adorable NFTs? Does that mean you make NFTs? Does that mean you buy the NFTs? What the hell does that mean?
At this point, it's like if you put fishing in your bio, it's like you're into that.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's a hobby
They're
now.
into crypto.
You're just like indicating what kind of person you are. That way, when you're scanning it, you're like, maybe I want to follow this NFT interested person.
It's like all the people.
I have trouble doing this because I don't like to commit my opinions to anything. My bios are always blank.
Like there's like something like was it cryptocurrency is it's like an inverse pyramid scheme for men. What's the one that women always get? Like the beauty products and stuff
Oh yeah,
like that.
Beauty Counter.
Yeah,
and
like-
Mary Kay.
Yeah, they're
etc.
like they said crypto is just Mary
That
Kay
is
for
so
men.
true.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's no way that's not. Like,
I have money.
I'm
in crypto.
excited for you
So
guys.
does that mean I'm part of an
You fell
inverted?
for it.
I'm in
look,
part of an
people
inverted.
make money off Mary Kay. Some people swear by their products. Like,
Yep.
if you can make the
People
pyramid
are
scheme
also
work for you.
ruined off of it, and people
Yeah.
are also
Some people are
ruined off of
crypto.
NFTs.
Like,
yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
So he used it to promote OnlyFans content. Like, you laugh. I find this incredibly depressing and
Retweet
sad.
if you eat.
Oh man, like Gilbert Gottfried was a legend, and this is not how he should be remembered.
What if he thought it was funny though?
Maybe he would have.
Maybe he would have.
That's the thing. Maybe look on the bright
Oh.
side, my young
Okay.
optimist.
I usually am the optimist. I try to be an optimist.
Also, like, they didn't like all that stuff. I mean, unless it means something in slang that I'm not familiar with, because I'm at my heart a boomer. Like, it's all kind of innocuous. They didn't go in and like tweet really
Someone
vile
said,
things.
why the F did Real Gilbert at Real Gilbert just retweet my OnlyFans promo after he died? What is happening? This is so effed up.
Yeah, it is effed up. You laugh, but this is like.
Oh
Hey,
no.
Gilbert Gottfried's death was announced 2 hours ago, and his account has already been hacked by some Instagram dip.
That's the thing.
dip-
The first thing the family has to do after someone dies
Lock
is
it
to
out.
lock down the Brett's giving. I'm saying this as a joke, and Brett is giving me such a serious look.
Lock it down. If you want, like, if you don't like you want.
Why is it so easy to hack Twitter accounts? It happens all the time.
That's a good question. I have no idea. It's another reason why it terrifies me. The impersonal nature of the internet is like, who knows if they didn't say that horrible thing? You can't prove that they did or they didn't. You can make your best guess based on previous material. But maybe they were just going through a Charlie Sheen drug spell, and that's what comes out when they're in. Like, I'm sure that the stuff I tweeted when I was, I tweeted mostly nice stuff. Like, my stuff was always like, this movie's awesome, and like some scene that I really liked. Like, I probably had the most positive Twitter account in the world. But like, in general, like, like I'm sure that there was stuff I said when I was angry, that was frustrating. But out of character or not, like, you have to make that best judgment when somebody says that wasn't me, that was, I was hacked. But you can't really know.
The
I mean, you
internet's
just have to
forever. Don't
post
say stuff on
things
Twitter that you don't want to come
Exactly.
up later.
that will reflect on you. Yeah.
Yep. It says, I didn't hack that actor. Stop sending me death threats. So that's, it just makes me very, very sad. So hopefully, I don't know if he would have found it funny, but maybe that would be the bright spot in this, is that maybe he would have gotten a kick out of it.
It's like you have to lock up all your loved ones' valuables and cancel their credit cards after they die. Like,
Yes.
also check their Twitter.
Right.
Just a weird facet of the age we're in.
Oh, also, in case anybody wants to know, Tommy Wiseau wants a role in Star Wars. We're not even going to cover this. If anybody's seen The Room, oh, hi, Mark. No. No.
He's
I've
saying
seen all of the
so many
clips.
words that I
haven't
don't
Yes,
seen the
understand.
movie
it's very
itself.
bad. It's very bad. But the movie about it with James Franco was actually really fascinating. I recommend. I forget what that was.
Was
called.
the entire thing dubbed?
No.
It sounded dubbed.
I mean,
and
it's just
looked
bad
dubbed.
work.
Okay.
Just bad post production.
Just to be clear.
It says it's been almost 30 years since The Room was released and instantly gained a reputation as one of the worst movies ever made, which in turn saw the shoddy drama instantly become one of an entire generation's cult classics. With writer, director, producer, and star Tommy Wiseau still dining on his feature debut's ironic appreciation to this day. I mean, oh hi Mark. They're talking about Mark Hamill in this. Like somebody says, "Oh hi Mark," and he's like, "You're tearing me apart, Star Wars. Put me in your universe." I mean, Star Wars is so awful now that maybe they should just do that. In fact, they should maybe bring him back if they make like a new trilogy with Rey and make him Rey's dad.
Just make it as bizarre as possible at this point.
Just go the opposite way and make it really, really weird. Have him in there and have Shaq play a character.
Have as many deep faked people on it as possible too.
That's what they should do. I fully support this choice. So I just thought that was funny at the end there because, like I said, I feel bad for the Star Wars fans every day they have to watch their franchise. They're like, can we just only have the original trilogy? None of those edited versions.
They should stop watching it then. Like they'll keep funneling money at it if there are viewers. You guys are doing it to yourselves. I don't know what to say.
She has no compassion for them.
It's like an obvious logical fallacy. Like, we keep watching it. Like, that's the thing about, like,
and it keeps disappointing
that's
me.
the thing about, like, hate watching it. Like, if you hate to watch a show, you have to recognize that you are contributing to it being renewed.
Yep.
So if you're like, oh, The Mandalorian, I think The Mandalorian is one people liked. I don't
Yes,
really know.
it is.
I don't keep up with this. But, like,
but they got rid of Gina Carano.
I have to watch
Star Wars. They're always going to have enough money to keep going.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean,
whether
Solo,
you hate watch or
is,
not.
like, if there isn't viewership. Like, if there's no viewership, they're not going to funnel the money that they could funnel at something else to that project. Like,
Solo lost money. The movie Solo did not profit, so it's not like they're bulletproof. So we will see. But that was I thought that was a better way to end the show on this ridiculous note than on the poor a person who's passed on having their account hacked, because that is just awful to me. It's funnier to Mary apparently than to me.
Because I'm a Zoomer, I have post-ironic, self-referential humor. Okay, you wouldn't understand.
She just called
you don't have to understand
Zoomer technical
Brett.
speak. Whoa.
Yes, I what? I don't. I did not understand. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.